The same way that we create habitual patterns and cycles, habitual routines, behaviors, places that we go to, people that we talk to, the same way that we create a pattern of how we live our lives. Behind that, on the quantum field, on the 5D energetic field, there is an energy pattern being built for that habitual pattern, for that habitual behavior, for that habitual activity that you do. So there's an energy pattern also being built through it. And when we are releasing traumas, I have experienced that we release the 3D traumas, which, are the stories, the facts, the traumas that we went through. And from there, we release the 4D part of that, which is the emotions, the energy imprints from that. And then the 5D, which I'm starting to kind of almost like I'm being guided to revisit the things I release, through the stories and the traumas, the emotions that have been worked on, and, all the realizations and new lenses that I'm able to use, new perspectives that I'm able to use to face the new events in life. Now I'm noticing that there is this pattern, energy pattern going on behind all of those cycles and patterns that I have already worked through. And they can be considered as blockages because it's an energy perpetuation of how you used to do things, even though consciously you're ready to do something different and to do it in a different way. But you're still not feeling consistent. Yes, you can argue that perhaps the issue hasn't been released to its core, but what if the core to release, to get to the nucleus of that issue, is actually down to this habitual energy pattern that is created alongside this habitual 3D manifestation of that. And I'm going to go back to an example I've used before. Let's say you are a child and you are in that phase of exploration, imagination. You're very open-minded. Your mind is a dream mind and an imagination mind. You want to go places. You want to venture. You want to explore. You want to understand. So your energy pattern means it's open and out, right? But then, of course, there are limitations that come through towards you. Little things that happen through the day as you're a child. Don't do this. Don't jump that. It's dangerous. Don't make a mess. Let's clean up this, this little everyday living with, an adult, the adult just trying to, make sure that everything is provided. And sometimes it comes on these little patterns that stops us from exploring, stops us from going further. So, for example, if you are exploring through your imagination something, but it makes a little bit of a mess, and then you're told to not make a mess, then that energy comes towards you, and then your energy has to retract back, right? So even if that energy isn't coming towards you anymore, our energy are still moving and then perpetuating back. So we have a desire, but then eventually the energy comes back, and that changes the way we think, that changes the way we follow through with that desire, right? If you think of a child that perhaps had a very chaotic environment in a home and not had a chance to explore, quality family life of, playing games and laughs and plays and more of a calm environment, that person will struggle to manifest that in their own life in an adult, right? Because they haven't learned that through the childhood. But through the childhood, we are pure energy. And we understand the world around us through energy. We don't understand emotions. We don't have names for things. We have a sense of energy, and we respond through energy. And for those that are probably looking within, going through a lot of self-healing, a lot of self-growth, that are going through a lot of inner child work, you will start remembering. You will get that remembrance of how you used to be sensitive to the energies around you, the people around you, and how you responded to them through energy. It was a flow. You understood well to just flow with it. And perhaps we didn't have the discernment to understand and took on a lot of emotions that wasn't ours. And hence everything gets all mixed up, and we eventually have to work through it. Absolutely fine. Nothing to be, nothing to go through, shame, guilt, or blame about it. But then it helps us understand that now we have a consciousness, we have a greater understanding. Even how to name emotions can be difficult, but we do have some idea of what emotions can look like or feel like, so that we can then discern these energies a little bit more, discern what's ours, what's not. But what we need to understand is we do carry a 5D imprint of an energy pattern. And this is what I've been sensing so strongly, and also working through my own meditation practice to be able to break down this pattern. So for me, a blockage for getting up in the morning, feeling refreshed, or to go to the gym, there's a blockage there, right? There's a survival mode that I wake up with. So I'm doing subconsciously, but it's an energetic subconscious pattern. We have a thought process that could be subconscious, right? That then determines our behavior without us realizing. But now I'm starting to notice that we have this energetic footprint, almost like, that was created for a certain situation, for coping with a certain situation. So through the meditation, I'm trying to determine how this energy is moving, and how is it stopping me from, how is it creating a blockage for me from moving forward, moving through with it? Because I'm responding just to that pattern of coming back, right? I have a desire, and then I'm stopped and I come back. So I want to continue with that desire. I want to develop, I want to evolve that desire. And for me to do that, I have to break that pattern. It's almost like an expectation that an energy is going to come towards you and stop you, but you already do that yourself, which can also be seen as a self-sabotage. So what I'm bringing here is a ways of you understanding within your own body through intuition, how to determine if you are going through a blockage, how to determine if you're going through an energetic footprint that is stopping you from moving on, from moving forward. And this is what the Wisdom Activator 369 session brings. We cover all sorts of topics, and a lot of the topics are brought by you. It's brought by you. And together we work through this, and we understand how to intuitively use our own gifts. And there's techniques, there's processes, and they're all valid, but there's also the intuition. With every technique and process you learn, eventually your intuition will take over, right? And you're going to start doing a little bit your own way. So through these sessions, you kind of in between that space where you can have a process or a technique for guidance, but also you are highly, highly attuning to your intuition to be able to help you then stop yourself at that time that your intuition says, now stop and release. Now stop and feel, right? It's like you have this communication with your intuition to understand this. Is this the best time for me to work on this release? And perhaps the intuition, your higher self, your intuition, it knows when it's the best time. Sometimes when we book a time and a date, it's not necessarily the best date for us to actually go so deep and work on that specific subject that we set our mind to. But if you are living your life through the day and things are coming up for you, as it comes up, those are the times to actually work on them and being able to understand how to work on them. That's what these sessions are for. But also through here, the energetic field will activate ourselves. It activates me, activates you in your own abilities, in your own remembrance on how to do all this. And eventually you become, fully self-guided, right? It's like I come here and I shave off all the patterns that we could fall into, all the conditionings that we could fall into, and we go straight to the core, which is energy. And you sense energy. You sense energy. You know what energy is. But being able to discern, being able to work with it, being able to flow with it, these are the abilities that you're going to start developing and evolving through these sessions. And the sessions do have a topic, but at the end of the day, every time we go through a session, we always come down to the energy imprint of it and try and work with that. So I welcome you to have a look at the Patreon page and have a look at how, when the sessions are coming up, I am offering them free. So sign up for the free membership. Eventually, I will be offering within the membership, but I would like to offer them free. And there'll also be recording on the shop for you to have a look. But just remember that every live session gathers a group of people. And every live session, these group of people are the ones that kind of determine how the energy is going to flow. And if you are called to sign up for any of those, like I said, they're free. If you're called to sign up to any of those, most likely that group of people will have healing codes to share with you, and you will have healing codes to share with them. That means there will be lots of similarities within that group to be healed together, because this is all brought to you by the divine, and therefore a group will be divinely guided. Yeah, we create a sacred space. And I include myself in these groups for healing. I include myself and I open myself to also receive healing as I'm guiding the group. We're all part of it, we all one. So if you feel guided to join any of the topics, and I might be going through blockages once a month, and you'll be like, no, I'm not ready for it, I'm not ready for it. And then 3 months down the road, you look at it and you think, you know what, I'm ready for it. Be sure that group that you join will have so much to offer you in terms of healing, and it'll be a reciprocity of sharing of codes, healing codes between everyone in a group that will accelerate and enhance your healing. But if you're feeling resistance and you're not ready, don't sign up, right? Listen to your intuition. It will come at the right time. If you're not ready for a live session, just get the recordings. And sometimes the recordings can trigger things in you to help you understand what is the resistance, and then perhaps you resonate with it more. But even then, if you don't feel like that is the way, don't do it. Listen to your intuition. That's what we're here for in this group, is to really listen to that first thought that comes to your mind and says, no, it's not for me. At least not now, or maybe not never. Yeah. But really being able to stand your ground in that way, because even if it's not right now, you stand your ground because you're feeling the resistance and you feel it's not for you, that's okay, because that's where you are right now. But then as things evolve through the days and weeks and months, and then eventually you realize, I can actually feel like I'm called for this. And then you understand why you had the resistance a few months back in the first place. So it's all part of a journey, right? There's no right, there's no wrong. It's a timing thing, and it's not even a linear time. It's a multifaceted, multidimensional quantum timing moment of aha moment for you. Yeah. So I hope that you as you're following the videos, I know the information can be very scattered, but that's because I make sure that I cut off all the parts that participants come up because it's, I keep the privacy, and I just want to keep informal for the videos. But when you come on the live, we connect, we share, we heal, and lots of healing is happening. So I look forward to seeing you in one of these Wisdom Activated 369 sessions. The live heart chakra also that I deliver once a month is free. And this is just a space for you to learn how to connect to your heart chakra. And it's a meditation. We don't have much of a chat because I'm not teaching, but it's just going into the meditation and working with going into the heart chakra. So if you need that practice, if you need that boost, it does help you come off the meditation and then the next few days be able to enter your heart a bit easier. So allow yourself to explore that a little bit, because it can make it much easier. So I send you love and light, and I hope this has been helpful. Just subscribe and look at the link below for Patreon. Sign up for the free membership if you feel called, and just have a look at the sessions. They're all coming up very fast. I'm feeling guided to move with the flow, and yeah, looking forward to seeing you.